Time is the one resource that never returns once it's gone. Yet, most people spend it reacting to whatever comes their way, often saying yes to things that drain their energy and pull them away from what truly matters. Successful people understand the value of their time deeply. They protect it fiercely by learning to say no to anything that steals their focus or distracts from their goals. Saying no isn't about being rude or unkind. It's about respecting your priorities and creating space for what truly deserves your attention. When you say no to distractions, unnecessary commitments, and energy-draining tasks, you say yes to your progress, your peace, and your purpose. This simple but powerful skill is a cornerstone of how successful people manage their time effectively. It's a skill that can transform your life by giving you control over how you spend your most precious moments. Chapter 1. Start each day with a clear purpose. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thought that crosses your mind? Is it worry, stress, confusion, or is it direction, drive, purpose? This is where the difference begins. Successful people don't let the day decide how they will feel. They decide how the day will go. And it all starts with one thing, a clear purpose. That's where real productivity comes from. That's where time becomes power. Today, I want to show you how to start every day with clarity. Because once you know exactly why you're waking up, time becomes your ally, not your enemy. Body. Spoken like a guide who's lived through the lessons. If you're serious about making the most of your time, the first habit you need to build is to stop waking up without direction. Stop starting your day on autopilot. Because time doesn't wait. It doesn't care how tired you are. It moves forward, with or without you. People who achieve more in less time have one thing in common. They start each day knowing exactly why they're getting out of bed. They don't scroll through their phones for an hour. They don't lie there thinking, "I'll figure it out later." They get up with intention. And this doesn't mean you need to have your entire life figured out. It just means you need to be clear on one thing. What are you going to do today that brings you closer to who you want to become? That question can change your life. Ask it every morning, slow and strong, speaking directly to the viewer. You don't need a 50-step morning routine. You just need clarity. What are your priorities today? What do you want to get done? Not for anyone else, but for you. And why does it matter? Don't start the day reacting to the world. Start by reconnecting with your goals. Remind yourself why you're working so hard. Think of the future you're building. Picture the life you're chasing. That picture alone can give you energy before you even get out of bed. Clarity gives energy, purpose gives focus, and both protect your time. Personal inspiration, calm yet emotionally driven tone. Think back to a day when you felt proud of yourself, a day when you went to bed feeling fulfilled. It probably wasn't a day filled with distractions. It wasn't a day of mindless tasks. It was a day you were focused, a day you followed through, a day you knew what mattered, and you stuck with it. That feeling of control over your time, it's powerful, and you don't get it by accident. You create it on purpose, and it starts the moment you open your eyes in the morning. So how do you build this habit? You start small. Actionable steps. Practical tone. Step 1. Before you go to sleep, decide your top 3 goals for tomorrow. Don't overload yourself. Don't write a wish list. Just pick 3 things that truly matter to your growth. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Step 2. The moment you wake up, revisit those 3 goals. Don't touch your phone. Don't dive into emails. Focus. Remind yourself, this is my mission today. Step 3. As you move through your morning, act like your time is valuable, because it is. Protect it. Don't let distractions win. Don't let other people's priorities steal your energy. You already know what needs to be done. When you start your day with a clear purpose, everything shifts. You're not guessing anymore. You're moving. You're choosing. You're taking control. And the more you do this, the more confident you'll become in your direction. Reality check. Grounded tone. Look, there are going to be days when you wake up feeling tired. There are going to be mornings when you don't feel like doing anything. That's human. But purpose isn't a feeling. It's a decision. You don't have to feel motivated to follow through. You just have to be clear on why it matters. Even on your worst days, if you start your morning with intention, you'll still move forward. And that's the real difference between people who grow and people who stay stuck. Deeper inspiration. Build emotional connection. Time is the most precious thing you have. And once it's gone, you don't get it back. That's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because your time is not just a resource. It's your life. So don't waste it living the same day over and over again. Don't waste it chasing things that don't matter. Don't waste it giving your energy to things that don't build you. Use your time the way successful people do, with clarity, with purpose, and with full ownership. Every day is a new opportunity to build something better, and it all starts with how you begin the morning. Not next week, not next year, today. Closing. Calm, powerful finish. If you want to live a life you're proud of, take control of your mornings. If you want to stop wasting time, start choosing it. And if you want to become someone who finishes what they start, then begin every day by knowing exactly why you're waking up. Clarity isn't a luxury, it's a discipline, and that's what separates people who grow from people who stay stuck. Start your day with a clear purpose, and the rest of your life will start to make sense. You've got the time. Now use it like it matters. Chapter 2. Plan tomorrow before going to sleep tonight. Most people go to bed thinking about what went wrong during the day. They lie there scrolling on their phones, hoping to forget how unproductive they felt. But successful people, they go to bed differently. They go to bed ready. They close their eyes with a plan for tomorrow already in place. That's what sets them apart. They don't wait for life to push them around. They take control, one night at a time. If you're serious about using your time like successful people, then you need to stop ending your day in confusion. You need to stop waking up wondering what to do next. Instead, you need to decide, the night before, what matters most. Main body, honest, direct, and deeply motivational. Planning tomorrow before going to sleep is one of the simplest but most powerful habits you can build. It doesn't require any apps or tools. It doesn't take hours, but it changes everything. Because what you do tonight shapes what you do tomorrow. You either wake up lost, or you wake up prepared. It's your choice. When you don't have a plan, the day controls you. You react to everything. You waste time thinking about what to do. You move slower. You second guess. And by the time you figure out your priorities, half your energy is already gone. But when you plan ahead, you take that pressure off your shoulders. You wake up with direction. You move quicker. You save time. You feel in control. You focus on what truly matters, instead of getting lost in small distractions. Clear and practical, said with clarity and purpose. Here's how successful people do it. Step 1. Before you go to bed, pause for a moment. Take a breath. Think about your next day. What matters most? What needs your attention? What are the top 3 things you need to complete? Write them down, not in your head, on paper, in your journal, on a notepad, anywhere visible, because when you see your goals written out, they become real. Your mind takes them seriously. Step 2. Set a time for each task. Don't leave it open-ended. Don't say, "I'll get to it when I have time." That's how time slips away. Instead, decide when. Is it 9 a.m.? Right after breakfast? Before lunch? Block it out. Step 3. Be honest with your limits. Don't overload yourself. Don't plan 10 things you know you won't finish. Be focused. Be realistic. It's better to do 3 things with full effort than to half finish 10. Step 4. Protect your plan. Don't start your morning checking your phone. Don't jump into things that aren't on your list. Stick to your plan, unless there's a real emergency. Your time is too valuable to waste. Emotional connection. Soft, encouraging tone. You've had days where you woke up unsure, right? You've had mornings where you didn't know what to do, so you started with something easy. Scrolling, watching, delaying, and suddenly hours passed. Didn't feel in control. You didn't feel focused. That's not because you're lazy. That's because your mind didn't have direction. And the truth is, when you plan the night before, you give your mind that direction. You sleep better. You stop overthinking. Your brain relaxes because it knows what's next. It's like giving your future self a head start. Think about that for a second. You're doing something today that helps you win tomorrow. That's how successful people stay ahead. They don't just work hard, they prepare. They don't just hope for results. They plan for them in advance. Real-life application. No fluff, just real advice. You don't have to change your whole schedule overnight. Start with 5 minutes before bed. That's it. 5 minutes of quiet planning can save you hours of stress. Make it a habit. Make it your nighttime routine. Instead of ending the day in stress, end it in control. Write your 3 tasks. Decide your start time. Review your goals. Visualize yourself waking up and getting started right away. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being ready. It's about going to bed like someone who values their time, because you do. Reinforce the why. Stronger, deeper tone. Time is not going to stop for you. Your goals are not going to achieve themselves. And every day you live without a plan is a day where your potential goes unused. That might be hard to hear, but it's true. The difference between someone who stays stuck and someone who grows isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's preparation. The ones who move forward are the ones who take 5 minutes at night to plan ahead, because they respect their time. And if you want to start using time like successful people, then start by respecting yours. Final word. Calm, strong, inspiring ending. So tonight, before you close your eyes, don't just think about how tired you are. Don't just scroll through your feed. Don't fall asleep hoping tomorrow will magically be better. Make it better. Write it down. Set your plan. Decide how you'll use your time. And when you wake up, you'll feel different. You'll know what matters. You'll be clear. You'll be focused. You'll be ready. That's how successful people use their time. And now you can too. Because one simple habit, planning tomorrow tonight, could change the way you live the rest of your life. Chapter 3. Focus only on tasks that truly matter. Every day you're given 24 hours. That's 1,440 minutes. Seems like a lot, right? But here's what's real. Most people don't feel like they have enough time. They say they're busy all day, yet they end up feeling like they didn't actually move forward. And it happens again the next day. The problem isn't the amount of time. The problem is what they're doing with it. If you want to use your time like successful people, you need to focus only on the tasks that truly matter. Not everything that shows up in front of you deserves your attention. Not every request is worth your energy, and not every task leads to real progress. This chapter is about cutting the noise, clearing the distractions, and taking control of your time by giving it only to what matters most. Dode. Clear, focused delivery, firm but encouraging tone. Being busy doesn't mean you're being productive. Answering emails, scrolling through updates, responding to notifications, these things feel like work, but they're just keeping you occupied. They don't move you closer to your goals. Successful people understand this difference. They don't waste time pretending to be productive. They know exactly which actions bring results, and they double down on them. So ask yourself, are you spending your time doing what counts? Or are you just trying to stay busy to feel useful? This is where real change begins, not with doing more, but doing less of what doesn't matter. Simple and practical, walk-through style advice to start focusing only on what truly matters. You need clarity. You need to know what you're working toward. First, define your priorities. What are your top 3 life goals right now? Maybe it's improving your health, growing your career, building stronger relationships. Whatever they are, write them down and be honest. Your daily tasks should reflect these goals. If they don't, you're off track. Second, identify the high-impact tasks. Each goal has a few actions that make a real difference. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, the real drivers might be exercising daily, eating nutritious meals, and getting enough rest. Everything else, like researching the perfect protein shake or reading endless health blogs, is secondary. If your goal is career growth, then focusing on skill building, networking, and delivering results at work are what matter. Attending random meetings or organizing your inbox for hours won't get you closer. Third, cut the low-value tasks. You don't need to do everything. You don't need to say yes to every request. You don't need to reply instantly to every message. These small tasks can eat up your entire day and leave you feeling empty. You have the right to protect your time, and you don't owe anyone an explanation for doing what's best for your progress. Reality check. Emotionally grounded tone, spoken with truth. You have to be honest with yourself. Some things you're doing right now, they're not helping you grow. You know it. You feel it. But they're comfortable. They're easy. And so you keep doing them. You stay busy. You feel tired. But deep down, you're not fulfilled. And you know why. You're avoiding the hard, focused work. But the truth is, success only comes from doing the things that matter, especially when they're uncomfortable. That's how growth works. That's how real change happens. It's not about more effort. It's about better effort. Focused effort. Time spent on the right things. Real examples. Down to earth and relatable tone. Think of someone who's physically strong. They don't get that way from doing random movements all day. They train with purpose. They choose exercises that build real strength, and they repeat them with discipline. Now think of someone who's financially free. They didn't get there by chasing every trend. They focused on building 1 or 2 solid skills, created real value, and stayed consistent. Same with time. People who win in life use their time on a few powerful tasks, not 100 pointless ones. They focus on results, not just routines. And that's what you need to practice. Actionable strategy, practical tone, step-by-step breakdown. If you want to start using this in your own life, here's how. 1. Every morning, list your top 3 priority tasks. Not the urgent ones, the important ones. The tasks that bring long-term results. If you finish just these 3, your day is a win. 2. Block out focused time for each. Turn off notifications. Close unnecessary tabs. Put your phone away. Give yourself 60 to 90 minutes for each task, fully focused. 3. Say no to distractions. This is hard, but powerful. If something doesn't align with your main goals, you don't owe it your time, even if it feels urgent to others. 4. Review your progress every evening. Ask yourself, did I spend most of my time on what matters? If not, why? What got in the way? How can I fix that tomorrow? This isn't about being perfect. It's about getting sharper every day. Emotional connection. Build belief and responsibility. You have dreams, you have goals, and you have the ability to make them real. But it will never happen if you keep giving your best hours to things that don't matter. This is your life, your time. And once it's gone, you don't get it back. You don't need to be the busiest person. You need to be the clearest. Because when you're clear, you focus. When you focus, you follow through. And when you follow through, you grow. No one else can do this for you. You decide what matters. You decide where your time goes. You decide how your life turns out. Silazing, calm, direct, powerful tone to finish strong. Focus isn't about doing more. It's about doing what works. It's about cutting out the noise and locking in on what brings results. That's how successful people use their time. They don't chase everything. They choose what matters, and they stick with it. So from this moment on, protect your time, value your energy, and give your full focus only to what truly matters. That's how you build progress. That's how you build confidence. That's how you build a life that reflects your potential. You don't need more hours, you just need more focus. And that choice starts today. Chapter 4. Break big goals into small daily actions. Big goals often feel overwhelming. You look at them, and they seem far away, almost too far. You want to change your life, build something meaningful, become someone better. But then the size of it all starts to feel heavy. And that's where most people stop. Not because they're weak, not because they're lazy, but because they don't know where to start. Successful people approach big goals differently. They don't let the size of the goal scare them. They break it down. They take something massive and turn it into something small enough to do today. They understand that real progress doesn't come from huge leaps. It comes from consistent, focused, small actions every single day. This chapter is about how you can do the same. How you can stop feeling stuck and start moving forward, one clear step at a time. Body. Spoken with honest clarity, step-by-step breakdown. First, you need to understand this. No one builds anything great overnight. Every book was written one page at a time. Every strong body was built one workout at a time. Every business started with one decision, one step, one call. You're not behind. You're not incapable. You just need a system that works. A way to take your big goals and turn them into small, repeatable, daily actions. Here's how it works. Step 1. Get clear on the big picture. What exactly is your goal? Be specific. Don't say, I want to be successful, or I want to be in shape. That's too vague. Instead say, I want to earn $5,000 a month doing what I love, or I want to lose 20 pounds, and feel strong in my body. This clarity gives your brain something real to focus on, something it can measure. Step 2. Set a clear deadline. Don't leave it open-ended. Choose a target date. You might not hit it perfectly, but a goal with no deadline is just a wish. When you set a date, you create urgency, and urgency creates movement. Step 3. Break it into monthly checkpoints. If your goal takes 6 months, break it into 6 parts. What should be completed by the end of month 1? What about month 2? This gives you momentum and keeps you accountable. Step 4. Break each monthly checkpoint into weekly targets. Now you're starting to get practical. What should you focus on this week to stay on track? What's the one thing, if you completed it, would move you forward? Step 5. Turn each weekly target into daily actions. This is where the power is. What can you do today, just today, to bring that goal closer? Keep it simple. Keep it clear. If the action takes more than 60-90 minutes, break it down again. You don't need 100 tasks. You need the right tasks, repeated consistently. Real talk. Emotionally resonant and grounded tone. This is where most people give up, not because they don't care, not because they don't have potential, but because they only focus on the end result. And when the result doesn't happen fast, they feel discouraged. They forget that real change is built in the small, boring, consistent efforts that no one claps for. You don't need to build a business today. You just need to write that email. You don't need to lose 20 pounds today. You just need to eat one clean meal. You don't need to be a master today. You just need to study for 30 minutes. These are the small wins that build real change. You can't rush growth, but you can create it, one simple step at a time. Emotional connection, direct, uplifting, belief-building tone. There's something powerful that happens when you start taking small, focused actions every day. You begin to trust yourself again. You stop feeling scattered. You stop feeling stuck. You start feeling like you're in control. And that's where confidence comes from, not from big achievements, but from daily follow-through. When you break big goals into small actions, you stop being afraid of the size of the dream. You stop overthinking. You stop doubting, because you're no longer waiting for the perfect moment. You're building it, one day at a time. Real examples, grounded and realistic tone. A writer who wants to finish a book doesn't need to write 50 pages in one sitting. They just need to write 1 page a day. Do that for a year, and they have a 365-page book. A person who wants to learn a new language doesn't need to memorize a dictionary. They just need 15 focused minutes a day. In a year, they'll speak better than most. A business owner who wants to grow doesn't need to take on the world. They just need to reach out to 5 new people today. That's it. Success is a result of small actions, repeated without excuse. Practical framework. Useful, everyday application. If you want to apply this starting today, here's what to do. Write your biggest goal at the top of a page. Underneath it, write the date you want to reach it by. Break that time frame into weekly checkpoints. For this week, decide on 3 key actions that will move you forward. Every night, plan your next day by writing 1 to 2 small focused tasks that align with those weekly actions. In the morning, do those tasks before the world pulls you into distractions. Keep it simple, keep it small, keep it daily. That's how progress is built. Trustful reinforcement, calm, firm, honest tone. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more time. You don't need a breakthrough. What you need is a system, a rhythm, a way to keep moving forward even when motivation fades. And that system begins with breaking your goal into something you can do today. Because every small win gives you energy, every step gives you clarity, and every bit of progress makes you feel more alive. This isn't about chasing perfection, it's about building momentum. You don't have to do everything, but you have to do something, and you have to do it today. Closing, empowering, steady finish. So here's the truth. You're capable of big things, but big things are built slowly, quietly, step by step, and the people who win in life aren't the ones who dream the loudest. They're the ones who act the most consistently. You already know your goal. You already know what you want. Now break it down, make it small, make it doable, and do it today. Because the only difference between where you are and where you want to be is the small daily action you decide to take right now. That's how successful people use their time. And starting today, so can you. Chapter 5. Set time limits for every activity. You do. Most people feel like there's never enough time in the day. They spend hours working, only to realize they didn't get half as much done as they wanted. The problem isn't time itself, it's how they use it. One of the biggest secrets successful people have discovered is this: they set time limits for every activity they do. They control how long they spend on things, instead of letting those things control their day. Setting time limits changes everything. It forces focus. It stops you from drifting. It helps you avoid distractions and unnecessary perfectionism. When you set clear boundaries around your work, your breaks, even your leisure, you own your day. You use your time rather than wasting it. This chapter dives deep into why setting time limits matters and how to do it well. It's a practical skill that can make your days feel fuller, your work sharper, and your goals closer. Body, practical, direct, and easy to understand. Time is the one resource we all have, equally, but most people don't treat it like that. They let activities stretch endlessly, turning a simple task into a giant time sink. Without clear limits, hours vanish with little to show for it. That's why setting time limits is not about pressure or rushing. It's about creating focus and respect for your time. When you give yourself a set window for an activity, you work with intention. You become more aware of how long things actually take, and as a result, you stop wasting minutes on distractions, overthinking, or trying to make things perfect. This is how successful people approach their work, their rest, and everything in between. How to set time limits effectively. Clear steps to make this work for you. Start by understanding how long your tasks should realistically take. Track your time for a few days. Notice where you spend too much time or get pulled off track. Then decide on a fixed amount of time you'll dedicate to each task. For example, 30 minutes to answer emails, 60 minutes to work on your main project, 15 minutes to plan your day, 10 minutes for a break. Once you've set these limits, use a timer or an alarm. When the time is up, move on to the next task. This helps you maintain momentum and prevents you from getting stuck or distracted. The benefits: deeper understanding. Setting time limits creates urgency, but in a healthy way. When you know you only have 45 minutes to complete a report, your mind focuses on what matters. You stop second-guessing and start taking action. This urgency isn't about stress, it's about clarity. It also protects your time from being eaten up by perfectionism. When you limit how long you spend on a task, you're less likely to get caught in endless tweaks and doubts. Time limits also encourage balance. You learn to value breaks and downtime, scheduling them just like work. This balance keeps your energy steady throughout the day. emotional and sensory details, helping the viewer feel the change. Imagine sitting down at your desk in the morning. You set a timer for 45 minutes to work on an important project. The clock starts ticking. You feel a clear sense of focus as distractions fade. Your mind sharpens, your body leans in, and your fingers start moving faster. When the timer goes off, you take a deep breath, stand up and stretch. You've accomplished something meaningful. The day feels lighter. You know you're in control. This isn't a fantasy. This is what happens when you respect your time with limits. Common challenge and how to handle them. At first, setting time limits can feel strange. You might think, what if I don't finish? Or what if I need more time? This is normal. The key is to be flexible but firm. If you don't finish within the limit, decide if it's worth extra time or if you can break the task into smaller pieces. Avoid multitasking. When you give a time limit, focus only on that one task. Avoid checking your phone or emails. Full focus during your set time is what makes this technique powerful. Real-life examples, relatable stories. Think of a writer who struggles to finish articles because they keep editing endlessly. By setting a 60-minute writing limit and a separate 30-minute editing limit, they finish faster and feel less overwhelmed. Or imagine a student who studies for 3 hours but feels exhausted and distracted. Breaking that time into focused 45-minute sessions with breaks in between helps them absorb more and stay motivated. Successful people don't just work hard, they work smart. Setting time limits is one of their most effective tools. Practical tips for implementation: use a simple timer app or a physical timer. Start with shorter limits to build discipline. Review your progress weekly and adjust limits as needed. Combine time limits with priority lists to maximize focus. Be honest with yourself about what's realistic. The goal isn't to rush or stress, but to protect your energy and make your work purposeful. Closing, strong, inspiring conclusion. Your time is valuable. Every minute counts. When you set clear limits, you guard your time against distractions, overwhelm, and wasted energy. You work smarter, not longer. You build momentum and feel accomplished at the end of the day. This simple habit of setting time limits is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your life. It's how successful people get more done in less time, and how you can too. You don't need more hours in your day. You just need to use the hours you have with clear limits and full focus. Start today. Set your limits. Own your time. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 6. Eliminate distractions that waste your attention span. Every day, distractions pull us away from what really matters. A message pops up on your phone. An email alerts you. A thought interrupts your work. Before you know it, your focus is shattered. Time slips through your fingers. The important tasks wait, unfinished, and frustration grows. Successful people understand this challenge better than most. They know that time isn't just about minutes and hours. It's about attention. It's about how deeply and clearly you can focus on what matters. If you want to use your time like successful people, the first step is to protect your attention by eliminating distractions. This chapter is about identifying those distractions and creating an environment where your focus can thrive. Body, honest, practical, and clear. Distractions are everywhere. Phones, social media, emails, noisy environments, even our own wandering thoughts. Every distraction breaks your flow and steals energy. It takes longer to get back on track than the distraction itself. When you give your attention to distractions, you lose time and progress. You feel scattered and overwhelmed. That's why eliminating distractions isn't just about stopping certain behaviors, it's about protecting your ability to think clearly and work deeply. Understanding distractions. Simple explanations. There are two main types of distractions: external and internal. External distractions come from outside. Phone notifications, noisy coworkers, background noise, cluttered workspaces. These are easier to spot, but sometimes harder to control. Internal distractions come from inside. Worries, random thoughts, boredom, daydreaming. These are more subtle, but just as damaging. Successful people create routines and environments that minimize both types. They don't just wait for focus to happen, they set the stage for it. Strategies to eliminate external distractions. Turn off non-essential phone notifications. You don't need to know every beep and buzz immediately. Use apps or settings that block distracting websites during work hours. Create a clean, quiet workspace where interruptions are minimized. Communicate your work times clearly to family or coworkers so they respect your focus periods. Use headphones or ambient noise if you work in a noisy environment. Each step builds a barrier between you and the distractions that steal your time. Strategies to handle internal distractions. Internal distractions are harder because they come from within, but you can train your mind. Practice mindfulness or deep breathing to bring your focus back when your thoughts wander. Keep a notebook nearby to jot down distracting thoughts so you don't have to hold them in your mind. Set clear goals for your work sessions to keep your brain engaged. Break tasks into smaller steps so your mind has a clear path forward. Avoid multitasking. It splits your attention and increases mental noise. By managing your internal distractions, you strengthen your attention and improve your work quality. Emotional and sensory details. Engaging the viewer. Imagine sitting down at your desk. Your phone is silent. Your workspace is clean and inviting. The noise around you is low or tuned out. Your mind feels calm, clear, and ready. You can hear the quiet rhythm of your breathing and feel your fingers typing steadily. That calm focus feels good. It feels powerful. It's where progress happens. Distractions steal that feeling. Removing them brings it back. Challenges and reality check. Distraction is natural. Your brain craves novelty and breaks. It's not about eliminating distractions perfectly. It's about managing them well. Sometimes you'll slip. You'll check your phone or get pulled into an email. That's normal. What matters is how quickly you bring your attention back. The more you practice eliminating distractions, the easier it becomes. Real-life examples. Relatable tone. Successful people don't have more willpower than you. They've built habits to protect their focus. A CEO might close their office door and silence their phone during important work. An author might write in a quiet cafe, leaving their phone in their bag. An athlete might visualize their routine and block out noise to focus on their training. These habits create space for deep work. Practical steps for implementation. Identify your biggest distractions over the next few days. Take one step to reduce or remove each distraction. Schedule focused work periods without interruptions. Use tools like timers or focus apps to keep yourself accountable. Review your progress weekly and adjust as needed. Building this discipline takes time, but the payoff is huge. Closing. Strong, motivating finish. Your attention is your most valuable asset. When you protect it, you protect your time, your energy, and your progress. Distractions will always exist, but successful people don't let distractions control them. They choose focus. They choose clarity. They choose progress. You have that same choice. Eliminate what steals your attention. Guard your focus like your future depends on it. Because it does. Your time is too valuable to waste. Use it well. Use it wisely. Chapter 7. Use early mornings for deep, focused work. Early mornings are a gift. The world is quieter. Distractions are fewer, and your mind is fresh. This time isn't just about waking up early, it's about creating space for deep, focused work before the noise of the day begins. Successful people understand this well. They protect their mornings as sacred time to move forward on important projects, ideas, and goals. Using early mornings for focused work changes how you experience your day. It gives you a head start. It builds momentum. It sets the tone for productivity and calm. If you want to use time like successful people, you need to learn how to harness the power of early mornings. Body, honest, practical, and clear. There's something about the early morning that supports focus. Your energy levels are naturally higher after rest, and your mind hasn't been pulled in 1,000 directions yet. This makes mornings the perfect time for challenging tasks that require concentration. When you use this time well, you build discipline and momentum. You get important work done before distractions appear, and you start your day feeling accomplished. But this doesn't happen by accident. It requires planning, commitment, and respect for your morning routine. Why early mornings? Early mornings are quiet. Phones are silent. Emails aren't flooding your inbox. Social media is asleep. The world slows down. This environment naturally supports focus. Scientifically, many people have better cognitive function in the morning. Decision-making, problem-solving, and creativity tend to peak during these hours. Successful people schedule their hardest tasks for early mornings because they know this is when they can produce their best work. How to use early mornings for deep work. Prepare the night before. Know what you will work on in the morning. Have a clear goal to focus on so you don't waste time deciding once you wake up. Wake up early consistently. This isn't about waking up early once in a while. It's about making it a habit that your body and mind expect. Create a distraction-free environment. Keep your phone on silent or in another room. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Work in a quiet place. Use a timer or set a time block. Decide how long you will work deeply. Start with 60 to 90 minutes to build your concentration muscles. Focus on your highest priority task. Don't multitask or check messages. Give your full attention to one important thing. Emotional and sensory details. Imagine waking up before the sun. The world is still dark and calm. You sit at your desk or find your quiet spot. The air feels fresh. Your mind is clear. You begin to work on your most important project. There's no rush, no distractions, just focus. You feel your ideas flow. Your fingers type or write steadily. Time feels different, slow and meaningful. You're in control. That feeling is powerful. It's the feeling of building something real. Challenges and solutions. Waking up early can be hard. You might feel tired or want to hit snooze. But when you push through, your body adjusts. It becomes easier. If mornings feel unproductive at first, start small. Work for 20 or 30 minutes. Build up gradually. Avoid diving into email or social media first thing. Those distractions kill your focus. Remind yourself why you want this time. Because it leads to progress and calm. Real-life examples. Many successful people credit early mornings for their achievements. Writers use mornings to draft chapters. Entrepreneurs plan and strategize before meetings. Athletes train early to build discipline and strength. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it by starting early. Practical tips. Set a consistent wake-up time and stick to it. Prepare your workspace the night before. Plan your morning task clearly. Avoid screens before your work session. Take a short stretch or breathing break after deep work. These habits help you maximize your morning focus. Closing, inspiring and empowering tone. Your mornings can be your most powerful tool. When you use them for deep, focused work, you own your day before it even begins. The choice to wake up early and work with intention is a choice to respect your time and your goals. You don't need more hours in the day. You need to use your best hours well. Start tomorrow morning with purpose. Use your early hours for work that matters. Build momentum, build success, and watch how your life changes, one morning at a time. Chapter 8. Schedule breaks to recharge and refocus your energy. Most people believe working non-stop is the key to success. They push through long hours, ignoring tiredness and frustration, hoping to get more done. But what actually happens is the opposite. Energy drains, focus fades, results suffer. The truth is that scheduling breaks to recharge and refocus is one of the smartest ways successful people use their time. Breaks aren't a sign of weakness or laziness. They're a tool for strength and clarity. When you take regular, intentional pauses, you restore your energy, reduce stress, and sharpen your focus. You come back stronger and more productive. This chapter explores why breaks are essential, how to schedule them effectively, and how this simple habit can transform your day and your life. Body. Straightforward, practical, and engaging. Your brain isn't built for non-stop work. It needs rest to perform at its best. Without breaks, your attention suffers. You become less creative and less able to solve problems. Small mistakes increase. Motivation disappears. Successful people know this. They don't try to grind endlessly. They work hard but also respect their limits. They schedule breaks and they treat those breaks like part of their work plan. Taking breaks isn't about stepping away from work. It's about stepping toward better work. Why breaks matter during work? Your brain's energy slowly drops. It's like a battery losing power. If you don't recharge, performance drops. Regular breaks give your brain a chance to rest and recover. Short breaks help maintain attention and prevent burnout. Longer breaks reset your mind for deep focus later. When you schedule breaks, you also give your body a chance to move. Sitting too long harms posture, circulation, and energy. Moving during breaks helps blood flow, releases tension, and boosts mood. How to schedule breaks effectively. Successful people plan their work and breaks together. They don't wait until they feel tired or distracted. They create structure. Common strategies include work for 25 to 50 minutes, then take a 5 to 10-minute break. After 4 work sessions, take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes. Use breaks to stand up, stretch, walk, or do light exercise. Avoid screens during breaks to truly rest your eyes and mind. Drink water or eat a healthy snack to refresh your body. Scheduling breaks like this helps maintain energy throughout the day and prevents burnout. Emotional and sensory details. Imagine working hard on a task. You feel your focus start to dip. You stand up, stretch your arms, and breathe deeply. The air feels fresh. You walk to a window and look outside. The sunlight warms your skin. When you return to work, your mind feels lighter, your energy returns, and your focus sharpens. You're ready to give your best again. That feeling of renewal comes from respecting your need to recharge. Challenges and solutions. Many people skip breaks because they feel guilty or fear losing momentum. They think taking breaks wastes time, but this mindset actually costs more time and energy. If you struggle to take breaks, schedule them on your calendar, treat them like important appointments. Use timers to remind yourself. Be intentional during breaks. Avoid jumping onto your phone or social media. Instead, focus on relaxing your mind and moving your body. Real-life examples: top performers across fields schedule breaks. Writers take brief walks between chapters. Entrepreneurs meditate for a few minutes before meetings. Athletes rest between training sets to build strength. They understand that rest is part of the process. Without it, progress slows. Practical steps to implement. Plan your work sessions with breaks included before you start the day. Use a timer or app to stick to your schedule. Stand, stretch, or walk during breaks. Hydrate and nourish your body. Avoid screens to give your eyes and brain rest. Reflect on how breaks affect your energy and focus, and adjust as needed. Closing: strong, encouraging conclusion. Using your time like successful people means working smart, not just hard. Scheduling breaks to recharge and refocus is a powerful part of that smart work. It protects your energy, sharpens your mind, and keeps you moving forward. You don't have to burn out to succeed. You can respect your limits and still achieve great things. Take breaks seriously. Make them a priority. Your time, energy, and results will thank you. You have the power to change how you work. Starting now. Chapter 9. Review your day to track time and progress. Every day is a chance to move closer to your goals. But it's easy to get caught up in the busyness and lose sight of whether your time is spent well. Successful people have a habit that many overlook. They review their day. This simple act of reflection helps them track how they use their time and measure progress toward their goals. Reviewing your day isn't about judgment or pressure, it's about learning, adjusting, and growing. When you take time each day to look back on what you did, you gain clarity on what worked, what didn't, and how you can improve tomorrow. This habit keeps you on course and turns your days into building blocks for success. This chapter explores why daily review is powerful, how to practice it effectively, and how it can transform your productivity and mindset. Buddy. Practical, conversational, and easy to understand. Your time is valuable, and how you spend it shapes your future. Without reflection, it's easy to fall into patterns of wasted time or ineffective habits. Reviewing your day is the key to breaking that cycle. By reviewing, you understand where your time went. Did you focus on important tasks? Did distractions take over? Are your actions moving you closer to your goals? Answering these questions helps you make better decisions tomorrow. This habit is a feedback loop. You do, observe, learn, and adjust. That loop is how growth happens. Why daily review matters. Without review, you operate blindly. You guess what's effective or what's wasting time. But guesses don't lead to reliable progress. Daily review builds awareness. It shows you your real patterns. You discover your peak focus times, your common distractions, and the tasks that give the best results. Successful people use this insight to refine their schedules, prioritize better, and protect their time. How to review your day effectively. Set a consistent time for review, ideally at the end of your workday or before bed. Reflect on the tasks you completed. Did you finish your priority tasks? Note where your time went and if it aligned with your goals. Identify any distractions or unplanned activities that stole time. Celebrate wins, no matter how small. Recognizing progress builds motivation. Write down what you can improve tomorrow to be more focused and efficient. Keeping this review simple and honest is key. It doesn't have to take long. 5 to 10 minutes is enough. Emotional and sensory details. Picture yourself settling down after a full day. You take out a notebook or open your phone's notes app. The quiet moment invites calm reflection. You look over your day and notice the tasks you finished. There's satisfaction in seeing your progress. You also spot where time slipped away. No judgment, just facts. This reflection feels empowering. You understand your rhythms and control your path. Challenges and solutions. Reviewing your day consistently can be difficult. Sometimes you might feel tired or want to skip it, but skipping means losing valuable insight. If you struggle to make it a habit, pair your review with another daily ritual, like brushing your teeth or having your evening tea. Keep your review tools simple and accessible. Avoid being overly critical. The goal is growth, not self-judgment. Real-life examples. Many successful people credit daily review for their progress. A CEO reviews tasks completed and plans priorities each evening. An athlete reflects on their training and recovery to adjust routines. A writer checks daily word counts and adjusts goals based on progress. This habit keeps their focus sharp and their goals within reach. Practical tips to implement. Choose your review tool, notebook, app, or planner. Keep a simple daily log. Tasks completed, wins, lessons, improvements. Set a reminder to review at the same time daily. Use your review to plan tomorrow's top priorities. Reflect weekly to see bigger patterns and make bigger adjustments. Challenge, motivating, and clear. Reviewing your day is a powerful way to take control of your time and your life. It turns busyness into purpose, confusion into clarity, and effort into progress. This simple habit connects your daily actions to your bigger dreams. It keeps you honest and focused. Your time is your most valuable resource. Use daily review to protect it, respect it, and grow with it. Your future is built one day at a time. Make each day count by looking back, learning, and moving forward stronger. Your progress depends on what you do today and how you reflect on it tonight. Chapter 10. Say no to anything that steals your time. Time is the most valuable thing you have. You can't earn more of it, and once it's gone forever. Yet, most people let their time slip away on things that don't serve them. They say yes to distractions, unnecessary commitments, and activities that steal their focus and energy. Successful people are different. They say no, clearly and confidently, to anything that wastes their time. They guard their time like it's their most precious possession, because it is. This chapter is about understanding the power of saying no, and how doing so changes everything about how you use your time. It's not about being rude or selfish. It's about protecting your goals, your peace, and your future. Body, practical, relatable, and direct. Saying no is one of the hardest things to do. Social pressures, fear of missing out, and wanting to please others pull us into saying yes when we shouldn't. But every yes to something unimportant is a no to something important. Maybe your dreams, your health, or your family. Successful people don't just say no once in a while. They make it a habit. They choose what deserves their time and energy with intention. Why saying no matters? Time is limited. You can't stretch the day. When you say yes to everything, your day fills up with tasks and distractions that don't align with your goals. This leaves no room for what truly matters. Saying no creates space. Space for focus, rest, and meaningful work. It helps you avoid burnout and frustration. It puts your priorities first. How to say no effectively. Be clear on your priorities. Know what's important and what's not. Practice polite but firm ways to say no without feeling guilty. Set boundaries in your personal and professional life. Use short explanations when needed, but avoid over-explaining. Remember that saying no to one thing is saying yes to something better. Emotional and sensory details. Imagine the relief of turning down a meeting that doesn't help your goals. You feel a weight lift. Your schedule clears. You have space to breathe and focus. This feeling grows with practice. The more you say no, the more control you feel over your time and life. Common challenges and how to handle them. Fear of disappointing others or missing opportunities often makes saying no difficult. Remember, your time is your responsibility. People who respect you will understand your boundaries. Start small, say no to minor requests and build confidence. Real-life examples. Successful people often decline invitations or requests that don't align with their goals. A business leader turns down meetings that don't add value. An artist says no to projects that don't inspire. A parent says no to extra commitments to protect family time. Their focus sharpens because they protect their time. Practical steps to implement. Write down your top priorities. Before agreeing to anything, ask if it fits your goals. Prepare simple, respectful ways to say no. Review your commitments regularly and adjust as needed. Practice self-respect by valuing your time. CLAs. Firm and inspiring. Saying no isn't just about rejecting others. It's about choosing yourself, your goals, and your future. It's about valuing your time like the precious resource it is. When you say no to what steals your time, you say yes to focus, progress, and peace. Take control. Protect your time. Say no confidently. Your life depends on it.